Before we get out of here, I do want to say with the release of this album, it should have been with the release of the last album or the album actually prior to that, To Pimp a Butterfly, we stopped comparing Kendrick and Drake. Let's be honest. What they doing over there is not what's going on over here. And by a long shot, it's not even close. Drake is a great artist. He kills every single feature that he's on. But let's be real. Since Nothing Was the Same, every Drake album since then has been the same, ironically. And I'm not even trying to joke. I just came over my head as I was speaking. But what Drake does for the culture is not what Kendrick does for the culture. Actually, Drake is not even for the culture. I would say it's a black thing, but I can't even say that because J. Cole moves the culture more than Drake does, and they're both mixed. But what's going on in Canada is not going on in Compton. And so we have to understand that Drake is not of this culture. Anybody who poses with blackface is not of this culture. I know y'all love the man. I know I'm in the minority in how I feel about Drake, and that's fine. I still listen to Drake music. I still like Drake music. Drake makes great music. But as far as albums and what we offer to this culture, he hasn't been top tier for a while. And we have to address that. For a while, it was Drake, Kendrick, Cole, and I still think that's true. But when we speak about albums, we have to be honest with ourselves. And I know Drake is barred from any people speaking down upon him because of the status that he's made, and that is he's star level, he's superstar level. Drake, whatever he touches, it goes gold at the minimum. And so I understand that. But remove all that and let's dissect albums together. What Kendrick is offering, this man doesn't even come close to it. So let's start being honest with ourselves, man. It's not the same. It is not the same. I know he's walking around with braids now. I know he liked to remind us that he got family in Memphis. I know he liked to remind us he spent a lot of time in Houston. I know he liked to pair himself with a lot of black people. But what Drake is offering, as far as our culture is concerned, is not what Kendrick is offering. Drake doesn't have a To Pimp a Butterfly. Now, I don't mean the album just good music. I mean To Pimp a Butterfly. Go back and listen to the album. From the very first song, the intro of that song, the sample that song contains, to the very last song, the very last voice we hear in that album. Drake does not have that. Go to Damn, play that from front to back. Drake does not have that. And he damn sure don't have a Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. So let's stop comparing the two. Because one is of our culture